Hello everybody and welcome back to Rusty Acres. Right, so in the previous episode we were harvesting the two fields. We then baled field number 1, just over here. So that field really needs to be cleared up to begin with today. I ran a vote in the previous episode basically asking what percentage of bales we should keep, and it was between 0%, 25%, 50%, 75% and 100. And yeah, I've just put the combine back there as well. 50% won, which I'm very happy about. It's a very logical thing to choose, 50-50, although anything would have been fine, because if it had been 0% we'd have made quite a bit of money. If it had been 100%, then we would have an endless supply of straw for the cows. I know we don't have the cows yet, but yes, it would have meant from now onwards we'd never have to keep any more straw bales. But no, I like it, 50-50, it's always good. So yes, it's only 3 minutes past 7 at night, or in the evening, so there is time to clear the field of bales. This is a low loader, but we don't have any ramps for the back of it. So I'm just going to get a worker to follow me. That would be the easiest thing to do. Obviously, I don't have follow me. I thought I did. Right, well it turns out I do have follow me. It looks like it doesn't work with the Merlot, but that's not a big issue. As I said, we have a low loader, so let's just pretend we got some boards and we loaded it onto the back. We'll head to the field, we'll clear those bales, and then yeah, we'll put 50% in the shed, and just take the rest into the sell point, which is also in the yard. After that, we're going to rest, and we're going to then clear the straw from the other field. But the difference is, with that field, we're going to take the straw, well, we're going to pellet it on the spot basically. We're going to take it over to the palletizing hall and get the pellets all packed up. Well, I didn't want to overtake, but good grief, how slow can you drive? Here we are. Right. Yes, it's okay. I don't want to be set off about the FS traffic. Good. So, let's get loading. We'll begin. So let's just get those boards out again. There we go. Very handy boards. They're a bit invisible, but not to worry. It's not like you have to see where you're going. So yeah, I can't remember how many it was. Probably, was it 19? 19 rings a bell. It was 19. So yes, we have 19 bales, which I think really is pretty good. We can't really do half of 19, so I think what we'll do is we'll keep 10 and sell 9. I did say approximately anyway in the vote. And yeah, this is just going to be a fairly straightforward initial job. The pelleting probably will take a bit longer because the machine is quite slow, and we do also have to load it up manually. I've opted to do it the proper way instead of it just miraculously spawning the molasses and other products out of thin air. Also notice we don't have any modded bale forks at the moment. Just literally using the one that was given to me in the base game. With round bales, it doesn't really matter, because I'm just pretty bad at doing round bales, whatever, with anything. But with the square bales, yes, I much prefer to use the modded ones. So I will continue. It really isn't going to take too long to do this. I told you I was bad, although yeah, we do seem to have super glue on our tines. Isn't it weird how things go smoother when I'm not trying to talk and do stuff at the same time? Because that looks pretty neat, really. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I think we can strap. It'd be pretty bad if we can't. Yeah, there we go. So even if they're not completely over the bells, they will still be strapped. Which is the important thing. Maybe those ones... No, that is working good. So, we'll head back to the farm. We're going to have to drive both machines separately. I'll take the melee first of all. Then we can sort the bells out, keep 10, sell 9, and then it'll be time to sleep. In the morning, we're going to be creating pellets. So the plan is to take the bells from the front of the trailer, and then we sell the ones from the back second. The thinking behind that is that we can reverse the trailer into the sell point. If they're at the front of the trailer, they may not actually reach the sell point. They might be sticking out too far. But yeah, you can see we already have... What do we already have in here? We've got pretty much everything. Not enough of everything though. So we'll just put these straw bells over here. We'll pull this bell trailer out, and then we'll be okay. So yeah, we should be able to attach it to this. We could have used this trailer. I was thinking they wouldn't all fit, but yes, I think I probably was a bit wrong there. I reckon this trailer could have handled 19. Okay, so again, I think we'll just park this trailer up here. We'll put it back later. I could have put it in a neighbouring shed. And then, yeah, just back into there for the selling. And here we are back at the field after a long walk. A long walk which didn't take very long. Okay, so yeah, 19 fresh, crisp bales. Lovely. We're home. Right, so I've already looked at the best place to park. Over near this wall. I think if I basically go straight up here, and then back up straight. If the back ones sell, doesn't matter. But nope, they're not going to sell just like that. So these are the ones we're keeping. That should be enough. I will attempt to stack them neatly. I can't guarantee anything. But first person view does help. It certainly makes it easier to see. I guess that shed there would be easier, but not to worry. We'll keep the bells together. In here. Yeah, I suppose it's the approach angle. Going through those doors, having to turn, that is what will make it trickier. But let's just see how it goes. If I really focus, then this shouldn't be an issue. The final 2 bales. So yeah, could have gone worse. Could have gone better. The final bit there was a bit tricky. There we go. So if my calculations are correct, that is 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Brilliant. In fact, we might as well keep the telehandler here for now. We may need it again later for moving molasses, but yeah, we'll see. So these should just sell. Ah yes, I'm pleased I did what I did. That's brought in a bit more money. So we'll park this up and we'll go to bed. I noticed the forecast is for rain, but we are running the standard version of the game, not seasons, so the straw shouldn't rot away. And then in the morning we can get the Zerion attached to the crone, just there, and we can have some good fun. Yeah, it's not the greatest fun ever. Well, it started raining about 2 AM and still hasn't finished. Let's just pass the time. Let's just pass the day. Goodness me, that's terrible. It's been raining solidly for almost 12 hours. There we go. Right, so with the day almost over, we have some sunshine. But it's fine, we can play in real time. The day will be just as long as it would have been otherwise, because I'll just play it times 15 or times 5 if we had not had the rain. So I don't think we're going to have to bring molasses back, since we're going to be refilling it at the store, but I can't say for sure. There may be some surplus products, so we'll just have to see. So we'll head out, we'll buy the products, we'll put them into the machine, and then we can come back here. The field is just over there. Oh, come on, you can get a bus through there. Well, not really. But they could have passed on the opposite side of the road, even though I was the obstruction. Here we are at the store. So as I'm filling it up, I just need to very quickly explain today's vote. Now, usually, in fact, probably every time except for this time, the vote will be directly related to this save game. But today it's about this map and the Vintage Survival map, or that series. And the reason why is because I get many people asking me if we can have Vintage Survival more than once a week, which is a fair enough comment. And if there were more days in a week, I would say yes. But what we could do is alternate, because at the moment this map is 3 days a week, Vintage Survival is 2. I would still like to keep this at 3 most of the time, but like I said, we could alternate between the 2. So we could have 1 week this one 3 times, Vintage Survival once, and then the following week Vintage Survival twice, and this one twice. So please do vote down below if you'd like to see 2 episodes of Vintage Survival every other week. And yeah, you can also vote if you don't want it. So yeah, I overbought, but we might need it. We can come back for it. What else do we need? We must need something. It's water, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's water. So in that case, what we need to do is find a water source. I think we probably should get a water tanker anyway for the cows. I don't think I have one at this stage, but if we can just refill this from the river, that would be beneficial. After all, this map has quite a bit of water. It just depends really if we can get down to it. I'll have a hunt around, see if there's an access point anywhere. Here we go. I mean, you probably could run a pipe instead of putting the machine half in the water. But there we go. Yep, we are ready. Ready to start pelleting. Now let's hope we have the power, because I know that this machine requires so much power. It sucks horsepower out of tractors. I know that we should be able to do 6 miles per hour. So that's good. The good thing is, well, with the entire map, it's very flat. So we're not really going to struggle too much. As soon as you have the slightest incline, even a 500 or 600 horsepower tractor struggles with this pelleter. I found that out on multiplayer. Look at the pellets, hooray! Yep, so these are going to be tipped into the trailer. We should be able to fit the entire field into one trailer, because that trailer is huge. And then we can go and dump it into the storage facility in the pallet hall. And that is going to be quite a big job. It's also filling up very quickly. As for the consumption of water and molasses, it's relatively slow. So we'll probably have enough. And this is the only field that has to be done. I'm not too sure if the onion field... Oh, look at it, it's stopped. Yeah, if the onion field needs to be fertilised, because we did only spread compost. I'm not too sure if that is enough. It might not have the same intensity as liquid fertiliser. If I just quickly bring up the fertilising map, I'll try not to go off course, but I probably will do. Yeah, nitrogen is not looking amazing, so I think it's probably like half. I don't know for sure. But somebody did mention that it probably wouldn't be full strength. Okay, so when we get back to here, it means... Oh, hang on, what are we doing? Why have we stopped? That was weird. Did it overload or something? It switched itself off. Yes, anyway, as I was saying, when we get back to here, it would mean we're 50% full. We can then get the trailer to unload into, and then we'll be fine. We can get the whole field done. And my plan at the other end is to scoop it up with the high capacity bucket and dump it into the processor. In case you haven't noticed, I am really struggling at the moment to speak because of hay fever. I get it really bad. I'm not trying to get sympathy here, because I know loads of people suffer very badly from hay fever, worse than me. But when I'm trying to record the videos, it can get a bit painful because my throat just closes up and it's very hard to talk. It's also the reason why some of my videos recently have had more time lapses. So I apologise for that. But sadly, unless I live in a air-conditioned tractor cab forever with a pollen filter, I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of it. It will go. Some days are worse than others, and that doesn't reach. Hooray. I'm sure we can make it reach. Well, I don't know if you saw there, but it did turn itself off several times. I think it must be some kind of overload. which is actually very realistic. When it hits a big chunk of straw piled up, instead of just accepting it and being technically unrealistic, because it would probably block it, it just shuts down. So I don't know, it might be annoying, but at the same time I think it is quite a good feature. Unless it's a sort of realistic glitch, maybe it's not supposed to do it, but it makes sense. Anyway, there we go. The field is done. It's not much of a trailer. It wasn't really supposed to be. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll take this trailer over to the pallet hall, we'll dump it in a pile, if it all fits, I think it will do, and then we will come back to the farm, get the flatbed trailer, put the telehandler on it with a pallet fork, and then as it processes, we can take the pallets off, and also we'll bring the bucket as well. The cows are arriving next time, so tomorrow. 50 cows to look after. The reason why it's a challenge is because we don't have that much food to be getting on with, and we do need to buy a feed mixer. Okay, let's just put this back over here, next to the Zeta tractor. Yeah, so it was 17,767 litres, which isn't a lot. 22%. It's probably going to be... How much is in a pallet? Is it 1,000 litres a pallet, or is it 4,000? Or 2? Is it 2,000? I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, it's not going to be that much work. Good grief. Well, it looks pretty, but that is a sea of weeds. But not to worry, it's still going to be good. We'll spray it off in the next episode. My onions look lovely. But yeah, they've really established quickly. Terrible. Yeah, it won't take too long to do it. I guess at the same time we could get the sprayer out for the liquid fertilizer. We'll try it. I think we can make it more productive. But it looks great otherwise. The crops have come through very well. I can't see any withered spots. Right, so the best way of doing this is possibly this door over here. We can use the gantry crane, but I just never can use it properly. I'm not good enough. It's also quite slow. So we're just going to use that big bucket, transfer it rapidly. It looks like we have more bays. Don't know the best bay to put it in. Yes, I'm sure the last time I used this there were less bays. We just need to make sure the trailer can clear the roof. Yep. Pretty good. So yeah, we didn't see it tip exactly, not at the back. But as you can see, it's all here. Our lovely straw pellets. Yeah, we've got, well, technically we've got 3 bays, I suppose, but if you pile up against the window, might not be ideal. Burst through the window. Right, so as I said, we need to get the flatbed, we need the telehandler and the bucket and stuff, and then we can really focus on doing these straw pellets. We have this nice grassy area. I think we'll keep the trailers here. It's a waste of land otherwise. I can make it neater, but just as a temporary storage location, we'll put this trailer here. There we go. We are loaded. Not money-wise, but still, we have some. No, the Merlot is loaded onto the trailer. We'll fill the processors today. So we're ready. And some pallets can be produced before the next episode. And then the pallets can just be stacked onto the probably the lower level of this trailer. Right, so now that I've actually experienced getting into the field with a crop here and the gate opening out like that, I know exactly what I would have done differently. I wouldn't have put the track across here. I would have actually put a track alongside those poles over there. Whoa! And I wouldn't have done that either. Yeah, it would have also meant we wouldn't have to turn this really tight bend here. I should have just gone straight down and then across at the bottom. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Right, okay, so let's get this thing unloaded and let's get some pellets loaded. As I mentioned in the first episode, this Merlot does have the 3-point linkage on the back to run a plough and other accessories, but also for a rear weight. So I don't know how this is going to perform with a fully loaded bucket, because this thing is heavy. We have to lift it right up. And it's doing it. It would be better with a weight. But look at that, that's almost 8,000 litres. What is it? It's about half, isn't it? Yeah, it's about half of what we have in total. Amazing. Right, so there we go. That is full. I think the best way of going about this is just to give it time to empty the bucket completely, and then we'll keep it topped up, but we also do need to move those pallets off there. Right, it's almost empty. So the palletizer has started. Brings the separate bags in, puts it across here, pushes it across and starts the pallet. There is the first layer. Yeah, so it gets layered right up. You can even see it turning them. Rotating. Fascinating. And then that's layer number 2. Can't remember how many layers there are in total, but it's quite a few. Right, so that is empty. The next thing we'll need is the pallet fork, but not today. Luckily, because we're going to be in this field anyway, doing the spraying, yes, we'll always be nearby. So we're ready to take all the pallets off the conveyor belt. Right, we're ready for the next episode. So we are going to leave it there. We'll get the sprayer next time, and we'll hopefully sell loads of these. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.